everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Opinions, Reviews, and Commentary, where everything said is only coming from me, Lorenzo Marchessi, your host. I wanted to talk about something special. It was part of my childhood growing up, and I'm sure a lot of people around my age or near my age also watch these shows. And I'm excited to tell you that they're available either on DVD or Blu-ray, depending on where you look for them. But they were one of the staples in terms of growing up and having icons in order to believe in superheroes and things. What I'm talking about is the Lou Scheimer and Norm Prescott television shows Shazam. Remember Shazam? And The Secrets of Isis, or Isis as a lot of people call it. Now, these were great Saturday morning kids shows. Shazam came first. Shazam came first by itself, and then they introduced Isis and created the Shazam Isis Hour, which was an amazing hour of superhero fun and action adventure. And what I liked most about it, as I've just rewatched both series, they both ran for 2 seasons, is the morality they presented. The making choices of right choices and wrong choices, and being confident in yourself and who you are, and don't care about what people say. Do what you want, follow your dreams. Follow the correct path, make the right choices, ask questions when you need it. It was such a very uplifting series. A couple of them were a little emotional too. They dealt with things like when you lose a pet passes away, and back in 1974 it was unheard of to touch issues like these. Groundbreaking for Shazam. Another thing is Isis is the forerunner of on-screen heroines. She's the first television female heroine. Before Bionic Woman, before Wonder Woman, we saw that it was Isis, and that was kind of cool. I want to show you give you some idea of what I'm talking about in terms of imagery. This is the cover of one of the versions of the DVD and Blu-ray release. This is the one I showed you earlier, but that's another cover for it. Great packaging. It's Warner Brothers Archive Collection. Michael Gray played Billy Batson. Now, Billy Batson was the alter ego of Shazam, or Captain Marvel. Shazam is actually what he said in order to turn into Captain Marvel, but they liked it so much they use it as the name of the show. It actually stands for Socrates, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury, Shazam. And these are the elders, as they call them, that guide Billy Batson, the person you're seeing there, to learn lessons of life. But when danger occurs or somebody's in trouble, somebody needs saved, he just says Shazam, and he turns into Captain Marvel. In this case, first season was played by Jason Botswick, actually a little bit of the second season too. I don't know the real reason, but apparently one day he showed up and was told to go home, and he was replaced for the rest of the second season by John Davey. A completely different look, but the same character. Again, it's the alter ego of Billy Batson, so Michael Gray stayed to play Billy, but for some reason, political or otherwise, they switched Captain Marvels. I prefer Jason Botswick because he gave it a little more zest in terms of his performance, and he kind of fit the bill, looked the part. John Davies was good, but kind of a low-key performance, I would say. Now, Isis was the actress Joanna Cameron. She was an incredible performer. She's very good looking. If you watch the behind the scenes on the DVD, I'm showing you the back right now. There's some commentary about how she looked great in the mini skirts and the high heels. And apparently she had great legs. And you watch the show, she does. So let me show you a little more. There's Isis in her Joanna in her costume. This character was created, wasn't in a comic book, didn't appear before this show. So it's kind of like, okay, let's give something iconic to young girls, little girls who were watching Shazam, but now they have somebody to look up to. They can be Isis. They can be as good as Isis. She commanded the forces of nature, earth, water, fire, all of that, as well as animals. Where Shazam was just super strong, he could fly. Isis could fly as well, but good show. Les Tremayne, he played the mentor character called Mentor for Billy Batson, who kind of helped him along with life lessons and interpreting what the elders were telling him. This is an obvious behind-the-scenes shot. They're having a good time. They traveled in that Winnebago behind them. It was kind of funny because they drive all around town and there's that big Shazam logo on it. Nobody put two and two together that either Les or Billy were, actually the superhero. Great publicity shot, to promote the series. Good costuming. I love the cape that he had with that big, huge golden yellow rope. That's John Davey, another publicity shot. For some reason, they thought it'd be cool for him to stand on the ladder and poke his head through a piece of cardboard. Kind of funny. Another publicity shot. There she is with Tut. Tut was a crow, seen in a lot of episodes, helped Isis a lot. Or Andrea, her alter ego, the school teacher. She was a school teacher, and Tut actually called Captain Marvel several times. Another publicity shot. Love the cape, silk white. His outfit too. The funny thing is, every episode of Billy Batson, just the one shirt with the yellow collar and the sleeves. Nobody could figure out. Too funny. Les Tremayne, John Davis, and Michael Gray there. Another publicity shot. Like the boots too of Captain Marvel. Again, Joanna Cameron with her glasses off as teacher Andrea. There she is. Now, this is one of the flying sequences. If you watch the behind the scenes again, there's a lot of behind the scenes on Isis, but nothing major on Shazam. And they show you or talk to you about how she sat in a camera dolly. I guess they secured her to it. And the camera dolly would lift her up in the air and then turn her, and she'd do her, "Oh, zephyr winds on high, lift me now so I could fly." And she'd fly out of camera, so it looked like she was taking off. Shazam's was cool, or Captain Marvel was cool, because Billy Batson would go somewhere and hide, and then he'd yell out "Shazam!" and this vortex would occur, and lightning strikes, and colors, and smoke, and of course nobody noticed every time he changed. It's kind of makes us smile. It's the old thing where Clark Kent just puts on his glasses and nobody can see that he's Superman. Another still shot while they're shooting there on location. They did just it ran for Shazam ran for 2 years, and it was the second year they introduced Isis, and then Isis ran for 2 years. So it was the Shazam Isis Hour through 1976. Obviously, Shazam had more episodes because it started first. John Davey there with Joanna. Cindy was a great character. In the first season of Isis, she was basically the lead student, kind of guided other students and guest star students to do the right thing, or she got in trouble herself and often had to be saved by Isis. Year 2 brought Angie, and she was an Afro-American girl. They kind of just got rid of Cindy, didn't say why, didn't say where, didn't say how, and then poof, she appeared. I want to say, at least for Isis, it was very multicultural. There's a wonderful episode with another Asian lady, Asian student, and her father, and being embarrassed, and who you are, and all this other stuff, and a lot of good themes for the mid '70s. And today, you can't find children's television that kind of leans them forward to, if I make the right decision, this happens. If I make the wrong decision, this happens. And like I said, it's wonderful, very low budget, so don't expect much in terms of visuals. The effects are fun for the time. Remember, this is what, 30, 50 years ago, so they made good with what they had. They had 5 cents for every episode, and they really got their money's worth and made it run a long way. They shot, according to behind the scenes, they shot 2 episodes a week. So normally a TV series shoots 1 episode every 10 days. They shot within a 5 or 6 day period, 2 episodes, which is a lot of work considering it was a half-hour show and a half-hour format kind of situation. This is how they fly. They didn't have a blue screen or or the technology that they have today. That was all matte photography where they put him on wires and they either project it in the background or do the double exposure so you can get that kind of image. Same with Isis, she's blue. She's also on wires. You can see some of the behind the scenes photos on her DVD. There they are together. It's kind of funny. This is actually the very last episode of Isis, which was the last episode of both Shazam and Isis, where they have to do a dual rescue and they help each other out. But it's funny, he kind of flies into her shot and then flies out of her shot. And you can tell there's a little bit of mechanics going on there. That's a great publicity photo. It's Cindy and, oh my God, I forget his name. A wonderful actor, playing very down-to-earth teacher as well, to Andrea's teacher. And there's a couple episodes where he goes, you kind of remind me of, and of course, nobody makes the connection again. Another scene, Cindy's in trouble in a junkyard, and who's saved today but Isis. That's another cover shot. Oh, I believe that's the cover of this one here. So that's the cover art for the current version of the Blu-ray, at least, that's out there. Yes, they made many, many toys. Let me zoom that in a little bit. And if you watch some of my other videos, I actually have this Shazam. Shazam was one of my favorite superheroes. I used to watch the George Reeves Superman. I loved that, with black and white went to color and used to pretend to be Superman. Then Shazam came out. It's like, wow, another flying superhero. Very cool. And he was smart and he helped people and all that other stuff. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk to you about. I think it's one of the best shows, children's shows out there. It ranks up there with Schoolhouse Rock in terms of my childhood, growing up, and educating me and not knowing I was being educated or shoved down my throat, or and these were both perfect examples of the shows that at the time. In fact, if you look on the credits of each of these shows, toward the end, you'll see that the Scholastic Something Association was involved. They wanted to make sure a good message was sent out there and the right message was sent out there, and not moral play, not shoving it down your throat, but just, what's funny is, you want a little bit of history. Shazam got away with it more, and I don't know because it was a male-dominated industry, controlled or whatever. But at the end of every episode, there was a little, today's lesson, we learned that being yourself is far more important than worrying about what other people say and people guilting you or pushing you into doing things you don't want to do. Whereas Isis had great moral stories, but her tags, and later releases were taken off. So you got the whole episode without those tags, but the extras include some of the tags that were added, where she comes on camera and says, it's good to be, don't be ashamed of your parents, or understand the different backgrounds. Really good stuff that they cut out, but again, male dominated. The whole chauvinist thing back in the 70s was a little hard for women to pull forward back then, and still today they're struggling. So, girl power right here in 1975, because this premiered in 74. It was there. It was so cool. And they did a great job, Prescott and Lou, in terms of creating the show. So again, this is something, if you haven't seen it before, I don't know if it's on Netflix or anywhere else or whatever, Cartoon Network or something, but the DVDs, Blu-rays are available, and it's a good show to watch. If you've got kids, let them look at it. Don't say anything, just pop it in and see what they think. Again, it's for its time. It was ahead of its time. So again, it's my personal opinion. My name is Lorenzo Marchessi. My opinion, my reviews, my commentary. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to watch my other shows. Please hit my subscribe button and be those subscribers. What are those other shows, you ask? I've got the Geek Authority show, where I interview people. I've got Talk About, where we talk about various subjects and TV shows, movies, things like that. We've got the Unboxing the Geek Authority, where I get to open up new things, and for the first time I see them, you see them, we all see them, as well as the Geek Authority's Mysterious Chamber of Collectibles, where, yes, I look under my pillow and I find things that I've been collecting, share them with you, and maybe they're still out there. Maybe you want them as well. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this commentary. Again, Shazam and the Secrets of Isis. If you can catch them, please watch them. Put your comments below. Tell me what you think. If you even remember watching them or have seen them, I'd love to hear from you. Again, Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.